Hello, it's good morning from the Woodstock Wildstock Stage 2020, March, the month of the COVID-19 pandemic episode. And here this morning, our field has grown dandelions overnight. All came up at once. Chinese Wuhan supposedly origination point, and quickly moved to Iran, and to Italy, Italians, and of course globally expanding to now Americans, that being Mary, inside that's a container of this particular United Nation, of which we are the center of the United Nations, and such it's expanding and did expand through our human gatherings, particularly religion, sports, and political. That is also the media proliferation and relationships to these groups has allowed it, and we'll have to add one more, the traveling ocean-going vessel, import-export, and resort, what do you call that, excuse me, the vessels, ocean-going of all kinds, including people, tourists, and this were primary hatching points. This, however, must be related to the seemingly clear plan of a totalitarian group of economically controlling individuals and parties. Commonly, we would relate this to the corporations and the establishment plan through the 7 areas or energetics of humankind: food, medicine, media, and the goglies, man insanities, and mersics. These company names or relationships. We could also include our soft, and however many others that are inclusive in this general infanticide and genocide, patricide, execution, extermination, and or expansion of controlling influences and economic media domination. This infestation of, and vaccination and irradiation of some form of what I'm calling a plutocracy, because yes, this is also in the planetary influence relationships, and it even goes expansively or comes from the galactic, universal, and solar star relationships and gravity well centers of our universe. There being 3 of them primarily. Now this is just a form of expression in the astrology field I have developed called solaristry, but regardless of the numbers and the data and the information, it is simply interrelated with this entire program, which is bent on the lockdown, access, and isolationism of humanity, and also the social, cultural, community development, which is being controlled and dominated and revealed, even as its motivations seem partially humane and practical and even deterministic. In the positive sense, assisting mankind in being aware, just as I would be using this media today. But the inhabitation and unnaturalism, the quarantine, indoctrination, and the educational media codependency as well are all interlinked and cooperative. It's a form of what I'm suggested as syncophantism, that is, energy syncophantism, and matter control thought, idea, hypnotism, something that is part of the human's plan of the mammalian and reptilians. Something created long ago, way before this particular human culture developed. Using the religion, cultures, nationalities, sexual biases, preferences, and any other of the human vehicles, primarily devotion and belief systems in space god and or technological, that is, tool development. This being one of the most ultimate expressions at this point. Take a wave of love, make a picture of your goal. I can't find that way out of love. You're locked in and you're prevented from communicating on. No one's really listening to a song. Humans in a trap present home. Thus you have to come and see. You have to be aware or not. It's your choice. If you believe in the reality that's being created, you'll follow the leader and accept their determinations and follow their belief system and get their vaccinations and hear their story, these definitions. It's just like this. They're writing a song. As it goes. And then it becomes a hypnotic call, which makes you want to hear it over and over again. Same thing with the watching television. Following your electronic phone messages. Make it look like you have more freedom. Greater humanity. Doesn't seem like anything I'm trying to say makes any sense at all. You don't know how to incorporate it into the systems that's been created any more than so many of you will be able to hear this song that was right in this moment originated. Can you come out of your home? It's very, very simple to understand what it is being with nature and being with all natural environment and being aware. It has little or nothing to do with reacting to the world or the universe or to a public situation and a human condition, except for your own purpose and relation and choices and how you want to be. This is part one on the coronal verses, March 2020. I'm going to come back with another, which will be in the series of informational type things about how one can live, including using plants and growing your own and keeping yourself in the immunity and happy, well-being states, and also participating in how to pass this universal position, the new universal and the new earth in the new reality life is, that has always been here and is always in the moment, in the present, and in this here peace, just like the birds singing, the dandelions growing in the field of the wild stock stage. My viewpoint here. Thank you very much for listening and sharing.